Tattoos. What is a tattoos? Let's just say by chance you have skin and you want to put a drawing on that skin. Don't do it. Well, as you can see, I have some of those things on my skin. Oftentimes, when I'm in public alone, a strange man will come up to me and ask me questions about said drawings on skin. And it will make me feel super good, super comfortable, turned on. Let's go on a date. Best way to approach a woman with tattoos. Even worse, women with tattoos are often subjected to like weird assumptions about them.
Yo, if she's got tattoos, she's putting out on the first date, bro. Let's go.
On one hand, they're like happy about this assumption that women with tattoos put out on the first date. And on the other hand, they're like disgusted by that and assume that we're gonna regret having tattoos when we're old. Personally, I think I'm gonna be hot as fuck if I ever get old. I don't think I'm really gonna get old because here's the thing. I mean, what are the odds? We can't all live till we're 80 and the ozone layer is destroyed. Some of us are gonna die sooner. And I think I'm probably gonna be one of them. Why? Because I'm a really bad driver. With that being said, I wanna talk about my tattoos today and explain the lore behind each one in 15 minutes or less. Hopefully. I think the easiest way for me to go about this is probably to talk about them in chronological order. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you my very first doodad. This is Max from Where the Wild Things Are. I don't know why he's in that weird position. Probably because I got this tattoo when I was 16 by this random guy that probably shouldn't have been tattooing a 16-year-old. Just a thought. Hey, older men in the punk rock scene, stop tattooing underage minors. I know it's a crazy idea. I know it's insane, but you don't have to do that. Anyways, this tattoo cost me $30. 30 whole smacks. Personally, I think it could be way worse considering it was that cheap and it was done in this guy's trailer. What is the meaning behind this Max Where the Wild Things Are tattoo? Honest to God, I only got it to impress my ex-boyfriend at the time, who was like very fake hippie, very obsessed with like Into the Wild type beat, punk singer dating a minor type beat, Jerry Seinfeld type beat. He wanted to be the guy from Nana. He was more like Jared from Subway. Let's be real. Anyways, moving on to tattoo number 2. Come on, can you see this? Can you even see what's happening right now? We got Saturn right here, and I actually got this and another tattoo on the same day, but we'll just go in order. I got this Saturn tattoo. Honestly, there's no real meaning to it at all. It was very fake deep. I was just like, well, Saturn's my favorite planet. Those rings remind me of onion rings, which reminds me of my childhood, which was so hard. And like, that's what makes me want this tattoo. It's so meaningful. I also hate colored tattoos, by the way. Like, I think colored tattoos can be amazingly done and are like beautiful pieces of artwork, but on myself personally, I hate them and I regret ever getting them. I like a nice black and white tattoo. I don't know, that's just my personal preference. What do I know though? Okay, on the very same day, by the way, this is from the same guy aforementioned that was tattooing me, you know, as minor. There's a funny story about this. So I was in this guy's trailer and I had to take my shirt off for this tattoo, of course. So I had 2 pieces of paper towel like taped to my boobs. If the burp, okay, ignore that. Mega burp. So I was laying down, you know, my titties were kind of out. I had paper towels on them, of course, but it was like weird, uncomfortable position. Boom, his mom walks in. She's pissed. She's like, get out of here. You guys, you can't be out here with your freaking boobs out. And like me, as like a whole 16-year-old was like, whoa, take a chill pill. And then we just finished the tattoo and I never saw him or the mom ever again. So this tattoo on my ribs says, it smells like dust and moonlight. Hipster movie alert. It's from a movie called It's Such a Beautiful Day, which it's shockingly hard to watch this movie online for some reason. They had it on Netflix when I was 16 and I loved it. It's just about life, death, life, death, life, death. and it's just one of the most realistic depictions of how weird and messed up it is to even exist at all. So I love it. I don't regret it. I don't regret most of my tattoos, but there is indeed some that I definitely regret, and we're gonna get to those right now. So I went ahead and just switched to wearing a bikini top because I kind of felt like I didn't want to keep lifting up my shirt and stuff to show different things. So excuse my non-existent boobs, please. Can I get a round of applause for my non-existent boobs? So after I got those tattoos, I was kind of broke as shit, so I didn't end up getting another one until I was 19. And it was this one right here. It's Gizmo from the Gremlins, of course. My problem with this tattoo is not that it's a gremlin, it's that it's so like poorly and bizarrely done. So okay, here's the thing. Here's the huge mistake that I made and that you should avoid if you're like super young and you're just like barely starting getting tattoos. I looked up a local tattoo shop in Fullerton and just went to the first one that was closest to me. I took a lift down there, I walked in, got a random artist, and they did that for me. And I had asked for Gizmo, but wearing like a really cool feather boa scarf. Like you know, those like feathery scarves, like all glamorous, you know what I mean? And this is what I got. The scarf looks like a d. It looks like a d. And you don't have to feel bad for me. It's funny. I'll admit it. It's kind of funny. Literally one time when I was working at Target, I had a customer come in through the line. I'm scanning his items, and he's like, haha, your tattoo kind of looks like a d. Like, I get it, it is funny, and I wouldn't be mad at all if one of my friends said that to me, but this was a complete stranger, and I'm already mad as fuck because I'm already working at Target, and working at Target freaking sucks. Especially if you're a cashier at Target. Cashiers at Target, you deserve better. So I decided I was gonna make it as awkward as humanly possible for him the rest of the transaction. I ignored every word he said. I threw his items in the bag. I pushed the bag towards the end of the counter, nearly making it fall off. He said bye. I said nothing. I don't care. And yes, I was eventually fired from Target. Everybody has an announcement? I just got fired.
Yeah, Target sucks.
Everyone.
Target sucks, man. She's a really good person, man. Target sucks. All you guys suck, man. For real, man. Target's whack, man.
Bye, Jesus. I love you.
Oh, yeah. Jesus is cool.
He's a cool guy.
Yeah.
Is that one of the reasons why? Probably. All right, this next tattoo that I regret is also in that same year, the cursed year of being 19. If you weren't aware, every Friday the 13th, there is a huge sale for flash tattoos at most tattoo shops. And I'm talking $13 for a small flash art tattoo, meaning you don't get to choose like a unique design, you pick it off of, you know, a chart. And I remember I was waiting in line with my friend and she was getting a cool little Friday the 13th tattoo. I wanted to get mine on my leg so it wouldn't like show, just in case like I didn't end up liking it. But she took the last table for people that were gonna lay down because it's super crowded. It's not worth waiting in line for a Friday the 13th tattoo. I'll just say it. Maybe that's your thing, but I don't think it's worth it at all. Especially when you're getting a freaking piece of flat, like, Anyways, here's what I ended up getting. It's like this ghost cat. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's in a weird spot. I remember when I got it too, I was like, oh, this isn't gonna look that weird because I'll just get a bunch of tattoos around it. Still to this day, I have not figured out what to put around it. And I hate this one too, so it's like, I think I'm just gonna get a giant cover up for both of these tattoos, like starting from here to here. All right, next tattoo. This scorpion for sure is my next tattoo. I think I got this when I was 20. I got in a fight with my ex-boyfriend because I wanted it. For some reason, he never wanted me to get tattoos. I don't know why. Like, he always had this thing where he would say, why are you spending money on that? Like, you need to save money, which I understand, but at the same time, if I'm working, why shouldn't I be able to get a tattoo sometimes? Like, I never understood that. And he would always be like super like rude about what I would get, like, and be like, oh, like, why'd you get that? Because I like it. I'm a Scorpio, so I'm obsessed with myself, and I'm gonna get the damn scorpion tattoo. That's that. All right, next up, we got these mushies. I'm a big mushroom guy. I love mushrooms. And I'm not talking about like these psychedelics. I'm talking about just a regular old mushroom. I just think they're so delicious. And they're also really, really cute. Like dream date, mushroom gathering, foraging in the forest for cute little mushrooms. Next tattoo, I got this praying mantis right here. The artist forgot to put the antennas on the praying mantis. I don't know how, but they just did. And so now I'm just like an antenna-less praying mantis. I honestly only got it because I think praying mantises look cool. They're actually kind of terrifying if you look at them too close up though, to be honest. They're kind of freaky. So I guess that's another element that I liked about them, you know? Kind of like me, you know, like they kind of look cool, but like when you look a little too close, you're like, ew. Next up, I got this Owen Wilson tattoo.
Wow.
Super slay. Really though, I've been a huge fan of Kurt Cobain my whole life. This is my parasocial bestie right here. Literally, sometimes I catch myself thinking, oh, I should get a tattoo of Kurt Cobain. And then I remember I have a tattoo of Kurt Cobain. Like, that's how much I love him. I respect the man. He taught me so much when I was little and had like next to no guidance. Next tattoo! The scorpion, the praying mantis, and the Kurt Cobain were all done by the same artist. And I really wanted to continue going to that artist, but I felt weird about it because she clipped her dog's ears for some reason. I don't understand that. I don't get that. Like, doing something cosmetic to an animal just kind of rubs me the wrong way, and I just couldn't really see her the same way since. I don't know. Next tattoo! Coming up next, we got this eyeball right here. This eyeball is kind of wonky. I'm not gonna lie to you, but I still really love it. It's honestly one of my favorites. I just got it during a really weird time. And oddly enough, it is kind of a deep tattoo. Like, this was during a time where I was realizing things, oh my god, that I couldn't ignore anymore, and I couldn't ignore my true feelings, so la la la, I don't know, it's corny. I remember on the same day that I got this eye, I also got this 1998 tattoo, which is also a little wonky, but I feel like it's easily fixable. 1998, of course, is the year that Titanic came out, and that's a very important movie, but really it's about me being born. Me being born was the most epic thing that happened in 1998, to be honest. Next tattoo! I got these leaves. I remember I was really terrified to tell my ex-boyfriend about getting this tattoo because I felt like he was gonna get mad at me, which is kind of what happened every time I wanted to get a tattoo. So I got these leaves, and I remember he was like, why are you getting leaves? Like, leaves are cool. I don't know. Every tattoo does not have a meaning. You can get a bunch of leaves. Like, who cares? In fact, I want more leaves out of spite. Also, I remember I stopped going to this artist because he ghosted me for some reason. I felt like we were like really bouncing off of each other and like we could have been like cool friends, but for some reason he just straight up ghosted me. Maybe it had something to do with like my internet presence or something. Who's to say? This tattoo, I remember I found this artist because one day I walked into Ulta and I saw this person with all these crazy cool, like intricate portraits on their arms. And I was like, whoa, you have to tell me who your artist is. And then I ended up coming to her like home studio to get this done. This is a tattoo for my dad. I presently have a cat scratch going through it, but this was his favorite movie, The Crow. It's a really good movie. And this is the day that he died, January 2nd, 2011. He was very like grungy and goth and loved like spooky shit, so to me it made more sense to get his death day next to his like favorite little scary movie that he liked. I don't know, I really enjoy this tattoo despite what I'm about to bring up in a few minutes. Next up, we have the Nirvana Angel, and I think it just fits really nicely on my body, and ever since I've gotten it, I've felt a lot more confident in like my rib and stomach area. I've always felt really self-conscious because my ribs stick out, like I have a wide rib cage and they're uneven because I have scoliosis, but since then I've kind of stopped caring that much. So hey, maybe this isn't the best like therapeutic advice to feel better about yourself if you have like anything weird that you feel about your rib situation, but getting a sternum tattoo did help. All right, next up, we have my little hand tattoo right here. It's a little micro rose, and it says, I want to be adored, like this Stone Roses song, I want to be adored. It's one of my favorite songs ever, and I feel like it sums up who I am, to be honest. I've always just wanted to be adored. Have I ever gotten it? Not until recently, I think. And I'm not talking about like a parasocial adoration or somebody who even enjoys my content. Like, as much as I appreciate that, I always wanted somebody to deeply adore me and know me very well in real life. I never felt that from my parents, and I never felt that from my friends until very recently that I have a really nice friend group going on. The song is just like almost pleading, and I think it's just so beautiful. Also, on that same day, I did get this tattoo that says, pardon me, on my middle finger. First of all, it's a double whammy. It's funny to flip somebody off with a tattoo that says pardon me, like pardon me. And also, it's a reference to the Incubus song, Pardon Me. I got really hyper fixated on Incubus at the beginning of the year, and I think it's because when I get really stressed out, I choose something to hyper fixate on and kind of have the intensity and passion for it with 1,000 suns for like 3 months, and then I give up on it. My current hyper fixation is coconut water. I've never liked coconut water, ever. In fact, I thought it tasted like armpit or like water that went through like a butt crack, maybe? But recently, I've been consuming coconut water at an alarming rate. It's basically all I drink, and my stomach hurts all the time, and I poop all the time. But the song Pardon Me by Incubus actually has this really, really cute line in it about being 23 and about like rising from the ashes like a phoenix, and I was like, oh my god, that's totally me. I never thought I would be 23 on the verge of spontaneous combustion, woe is me. Anyways, I really love these hand tattoos. They're so cute. I really want to get another tattoo on this hand, like a full hand piece that's gonna hurt like hell, of like a spooky house or something. Don't know when I'm gonna do it, but hopefully soon. All right, so here's where it gets kind of hairy. Here's where it gets kind of not good anymore. Here's literally my worst tattoos that I'm really actually like genuinely sad about. Not even like beyond regret, just like, why? Why? Okay, so the artist that did my hand tattoos, this tattoo, my sternum tattoo, also did these 2 tattoos. And all the prior tattoos had been done well, and there'd been no problems with them at all, and I love them. So I really trusted them not to mess up somehow, which is what happened to me. So here I have this angel tattoo that says Say Yes, which is a song by Elliott Smith, my favorite artist ever, Elliott Smith. So this is my Elliott Smith tattoo, and it's messed up. And if you can't tell how it's messed up, it's blown out. I don't know if you can see it, but there's this shadowing all over it because the artist went in too deep. And like, I looked it up, and leg blowouts are like super rare, and especially on a leg. Like, when I asked them about it, they were like, oh, it's probably because of the placement, or like, I don't know, maybe it's just your skin. Like, they kind of didn't take any of like the responsibility for it. I don't know. What's really sad about it too is that it looked so freaking good at first, and I loved it so much. So I booked them for another tattoo, which is this huge leg piece over here, which is also blown out. And it's just so frustrating. Like, I didn't want to get any more tattoos on my leg. Like, this is like the extent of tattooing that I wanted on my leg. But now I think I'm gonna have to get more to distract away from how blown out this is. Like, this was supposed to be a rose with a snake around it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it in this light, but it's just hella doomed. It's just doomed, dude. No matter what, dude, this is kind of hot, and in the right lighting, it's fine. But it does bug me that I trusted them to do a giant piece and they blew it out on my leg. Like, my legs have always been a part of my body that I'm super actually very comfortable with and like proud of. I like them. So the fact that there's something messed up on them now does actually make me like hella sad. And I try not to think about it too much. I guess the moral of the story here would be to, no matter what, go to a shop. Even if the artist is hella good, unless you like know them personally, just go to a shop. To me now, it's just not even worth like the risk. I have trust issues now, for real. Like, I'm super sad, particularly the Elliott Smith tattoo. Like, I wanted a really good tribute to him, so that hurts. I don't know, you can comment down below if you think they really look that bad, but they hella bug me. They bug me so much. It's like every time I wear a bikini or like really short shorts, I always have somebody comment about it being like, oh my god, your tattoo's like so blown out. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Ah! Hey, the moral of the story, babes, is to have fun with tattoos. Don't let anyone tell you what you should or shouldn't get, especially not your significant other. If you're underage, wait till you're 18 at the very least to get a tattoo. I promise you. I know as much as you want that bladey tattoo now, you're gonna regret it. Like, seriously. I remember I used to want like the Avenged Sevenfold bat skull on my freaking chest. I wanted a big chest piece of that. Like, oh my god. Like, thank God for the law sometimes. Anyways, guys, I really hope you enjoyed that spontaneous little video. I've been meaning to post on here more. I did get a bit depressed for a while. Is that a big surprise? But hey, check out my commentary channel. I have one video posted on there so far. I'm really, really proud of it. I tried super hard on it. Please go check it out. Check out my podcast, Junk Drawer, and check out Crime O'Clock. You know, yeehaw and a half, whatever.